Yo, what is up, guys? It is Say Shamar here, and guys, today we're back with another video, and this is what if Naruto was Killuas reincarnate, and also was neglected. Now, I know it's been a while, and that's because I don't know if you guys could hear it. I don't know if you can, but I got a better mic, and also I've been trying to create an intro. It's been sort of a stressful month, especially now that school is coming back. If you guys don't know, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys do, school. But besides that, guys, I'm just gonna let you guys know I'm gonna continue working hard, and I will be trying my best, my very best, to bring out content for you guys every day. But besides that, guys, let's get started with this what if. So, yeah, let's get started. Alright, guys, it is time to start off this what if. As we start off with Naruto, who's now gotten up in the morning, as he would always be the first one to wake up. As soon as he gets up, he puts on his clothes as he gets out of his room, as he goes straight to Anko's room as he knocks on the door. Anko, wake your ass up. We got the exam. As Anko would always be sort of like a sloth, as she was sort of lazy and she was really hard to wake up. As Anko just opens the door, she then says, "Alright." As both Naruto and Anko get dressed and everything, as they go to, the training grounds. As while walking, Naruto would then, catch Sasuke, who looked like an inflatable, those inflatable mattresses, except it was out of air. So that means Sasuke just looked worn out. As Naruto smiled, as he then has a sort of a foxy grin, as he then yells, "Sasuke!" with Sasuke instantly getting scared. As he then says in his mind, "Calm down, Sasuke. Calm down. Calm down. He's not a monster. Well, maybe, but he's not a monster. Okay." As he will then turn around, as he then says, "Hey, Naruto." As Sasuke, he got sort of a little bit of PTSD whenever he hears Naruto's voice, considering that all that training that Naruto gave him, even though it's just the first day, has really worn Sasuke out. As Naruto, smiles as he walks up to Sasuke. As Naruto says, "So Sasuke, how do you feel? Do you feel strong?" And Sasuke, would grit his teeth as he then says, "Yeah, I feel awesome." As that was a complete lie, which Naruto can obviously tell. I'm sorry, guys. As Naruto then smiles, "Aww, look at you squirming. Come on, you need to get stronger. Besides, if you're not able to handle this, you won't be able to handle the next level I have for today." As Sasuke's like, "Today? Don't we take a break?" As Naruto's like, "What break, huh? No, we're not taking a break." As Sasuke would begin to, like you would just see like comedic tears come from Sasuke's face as he then says, "I'll die in 3 days." As he doesn't think that he's gonna make it. I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know. As Naruto gives Sasuke a warm smile, which Sasuke does not trust at all. We then see as all of them arrive at where they need to be, as they will be in the training field, with Naruto and Anko right there. They will then hear Sasuke's stomach grumble as Naruto looks at Sasuke, with Sasuke just sighing. As Naruto then says, "Sasuke, did you not eat today?" With Sasuke saying, "Yeah, I didn't eat today." As Naruto was so confused, as he thought for sure Sasuke would figure out that they were supposed to eat, and that eating was just to weaken them. That would be stupid if someone told you not to eat right before an exam. As Naruto takes out the lunch boxes that he got himself, as he gives it to Sasuke. As Sasuke's like, "Why are you giving me this? Didn't Kakashi tell us not to eat?" With Naruto saying, "Sasuke, we were supposed to eat. Shinobis are always supposed to be ready." So Sasuke sighs. He then says, "Fine, but if I get in trouble, I'm blaming you." With Naruto chuckling, "Alright, go ahead and eat, Grumpy." With Sasuke eating the food. As we then see in a tree nearby, as we see Minato and Kushina as they were both hiding. As Kushina and Minato were looking at Naruto as they just saw Naruto share his food. As they were like, "Oh my god, look at Naruto. He's so cute." Kushina would say as Minato was like, "Yeah, look at him." As low-key, they're acting like stalkers and creeps. With Naruto as Naruto then gave a big shiver down his spine as Uncle's like, "What's wrong?" As Naruto's like, I feel a horrible lust. Ugh. I don't. I just feel people are looking at me. I just feel like someone's looking at me right now. As Naruto looks around the area, however, he does not see anyone. As Sasuke would then finish, eating the lunch. As Sasuke thanks Naruto, with Naruto saying, "Don't mention it." As Naruto, he would then see as Kakashi then appears, as he then says, Naruto, did you eat? Uncle, did you eat? With Naruto and Uncle saying, "Yep." As Kakashi looks at Sasuke, who still has the lunchbox in his hand, would then say, "Sasuke, you ate too?" With Sasuke saying, it was Naruto." With Sasuke, it was like Sasuke did feel a little bit bad for saying that. With Naruto just smiling, he then says, "Yeah, I gave him the lunchbox. It's sort of dumb to tell your students not to eat." With Kakashi just saying, You caught me, didn't you?" With Naruto smiling, "Of course I did." As again in that tree, we see Kushina just. She looks as she was excited as she thought that Naruto would be when Naruto gets added back into their family. She thinks that Naruto would be such a good son as she imagines Naruto helping her out in the kitchen, Naruto cooking meals for the family, and Naruto just being there. She begins to smile even more as Minato's like, "Kushina, look, trust me. As much as I want to sit here and watch this, how about you go to your team?" Where Kushina's like, "Oh yeah, just let me." As Kushina wanders off again to look at Naruto, with Minato having to pull Kushina off as she begins to hiss and scratch Minato like a cat. As we don't go back to Naruto, with Naruto, Sasuke, and Anko all ready to take on Kakashi. As Kakashi explains about the bell test and everything, he would then tell all of them to begin in the count of 3. As he then counts 1, 2, 3. As all of them suddenly vanish, Naruto and Anko would then instantly hide in a bush, with Sasuke as doing that as well. As Naruto gives a signal to Anko, as Anko, she gives a nod. As she'll then do a shadow clone. As Anko actually learned the shadow clone jutsu due to a flashback. All right, let's go do a flashback real quick. So, when Naruto and Anko, when they were training and they were getting along as they were like siblings, Naruto actually had a plan. As he told Anko about his idea to steal the scroll of sealing that was in the Hokage's office. With Anko thinking that Naruto was crazy, with Naruto just laughing, he then says, "Don't worry about it. With this, we're just gonna be mega powerful." With Anko, insisting that Naruto must be crazy. Besides, there's a bunch of Jonis. How are they able to sneak in there? Like, what type of guy will make a small little child breaking into a highly secure facility to get a scroll that's really important and where a bunch of adults are just there? I wonder who would do that. As Naruto would somehow, some way, get the scroll of sealing without no one noticing, like he did in canon. By the way, I wonder, did anyone wonder about that? Like, how did Naruto steal the scroll of sealing without no one finding out? Like, no one even caught him in the act and just beat him up and take it. Like, I did not understand that. I was like, so you're telling me this is a world full of shinobi and no one can catch a kid getting a scroll that's supposed to be mega important? Like, that's gotta be dumb. Or you have to be demoted to Genin or go back to the academy, because that was just trash. But besides that, so Naruto would have stole the scroll of sealing, and Anko and Naruto would have learned a couple of jutsus. Naruto would see the flying Raijin jutsu of the fourth Hokage, and he would instantly want to learn it. However, it took like a lot of time. In the flying Raijin, it's not really an easy jutsu to learn. So Naruto sighs. He then copies the jutsu in another scroll, and he then decides that he will have to practice this at a later date. However, Anko and Naruto do learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and after that, they return the scroll back into the Hokage's base. So after that, we're ending the flashback now. As you see, Anko didn't do a Shadow Clone, as she then orders the Shadow Clone to go handle Kakashi, as Naruto and Anko would then look for Sasuke. As the shadow clone nods, as Naruto and Anko body flicker to Sasuke, with the shadow clone rushing out the bush as it rushes to Kakashi. Kakashi, who already can tell this is a shadow clone, would then engage the shadow clone in combat, as he was really not that impressed. However, he can't lie. Just because he was not that impressed does not mean he was not impressed at all, as he was impressed that Anko actually learned the shadow clone jutsu. Naruto did too, but Kakashi didn't really know that. As Anko's shadow clone would begin to go hand to hand with Kakashi, as Kakashi was having a pretty difficult time taking care of it. As back to with Naruto and Anko would have located Sasuke, as they would all be with each other. As Naruto proposes a plan to Sasuke, who actually has respect for Naruto after that day of training, would listen to Naruto in the circumstances, and with that, they all came up with a plan on how to take on Kakashi. As Naruto, in his mind, already knew how this plan was going to fail. As then suddenly Naruto would then look, as Kakashi would have already taken care of Anko. As he then says, "Not bad, Anko. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit surprised about you knowing the Shadow Clone Jutsu. However, is that all you have?" With Naruto saying, "Oh, you have not seen nothing yet." With Kakashi looking down, as then two Naruto clones, burst out the ground, as they begin to go hand to hand against Kakashi, as Kakashi had to fight them off. Now you see, Naruto, who actually put a bunch of chakra into these clones, would have already smiled, as it was going how he planned it. As Kakashi was boxing these two, as he had to admit this was difficult compared to Anko, who just made one clone. It was easier to fight Anko than Naruto, especially since Naruto's clones began to literally break some of Kakashi's bones just from a punch, as Naruto's for some reason body was just built different. As Kakashi had to duck, dodge, he had to do so much just to avoid Naruto's punches, as just one of Naruto's punch was able to create a smaller hole in the ground, and Kakashi didn't want to be anywhere near that, as he thinks, Jesus, he's like a mini Tsunade. With Naruto, who began to have been a little bit annoyed with Kakashi avoiding all his attacks, thought that now was the time, as the plan was finally going to activate. As both of the Naruto clones stopped attacking Kakashi, as then suddenly both of the Naruto clones would then walk around in a circle, as then Naruto would then do the rhythm echo, as multiple after images of Naruto will be surrounding Kakashi, as Kakashi will be so confused, as he thinks that this might be some sort of advanced version of the Shadow Clone Jutsu. As Naruto, like I said, Naruto and Anko both have trained with Kakashi. As Kakashi, he has not seen Naruto's rhythm echo, considering Naruto mostly trained with him when it came to just fighting him with jutsus and stuff like that, taijutsu. Naruto really did not show him all his techniques. Naruto and Kakashi did fight once all out, however, Naruto and Kakashi were both holding back, considering that Kakashi really didn't use a Sharingan much, and Naruto really didn't show Kakashi all his techniques. So this was a new thing to Kakashi. Sorry guys, I need to clear my throat. As Naruto would continue, walking around Kakashi would be so distracted by this, he would not even sense the two chakra signatures that were on both of his sides. As Naruto would then yell, "Now!" As then suddenly two Naruto clones would then burst from the ground again, as Kakashi was so confused. As then both of them would then drag Kakashi into the ground, just like Kakashi did to Sasuke in the beginning of the Chunin exam. I mean, not the Chunin exam. I'm dumb. In the beginning of the bell test, as Kakashi's head would just be shown, just be as the rest of Kakashi's body would be buried. Naruto would then yell, "Sasuke, now!" As then Naruto and Sasuke would then do the hand signs for the fireball jutsu. As then suddenly, the fireball jutsu would then happen. As then ginormous fireballs from Sasuke and Naruto will both come out. As suddenly both of their fireballs would then hit, Kakashi, as Naruto and Sasuke would then return, hide in the bush. Sorry guys, I'm getting too confused. So after that, Naruto and Sasuke, they'll both be hiding inside the bush, as Sasuke thinks, did we kill him? With Naruto saying, "Not by a chance, Sasuke." Trust me, he wouldn't be one of the strongest shinobis in the Leaf Village if he were to die from that. Either way, I think now it's about time I have my fun. What do you say, Kakashi? Well, then Kakashi would then burst from the ground, as Kakashi would have appeared. As he then says, yeah, Naruto. With Naruto now getting up, as Sasuke was confused. As Naruto's eyes would then become dull, as his normal blue eyes would then become a lot darker, as Kakashi's Sharingan would be flashing, with Sasuke shocked at what he's witnessing, as in both bloodlusts will be coming from Naruto and Kakashi, as in suddenly both Naruto and Kakashi will be at the center of the training area. As Sasuke is watching this and all, he will then be taken by Anko as she runs away. She then thinks, not this again. As Sasuke's like, wait, put me down. With Anko saying, trust me, you don't want to get between those two. As Sasuke would be confused. As Anko would then have flashbacks to when Naruto and Kakashi both fought each other. As she will remember that one time when training, Naruto and Kakashi went as serious as they can ever be. With Kakashi throwing the lightning blade at Naruto, with Naruto going ahead and reflecting that and beginning to punch down on Kakashi, as Kakashi broke and ribbed that day, with Naruto almost breaking his arm completely to the point where he can never even use it again. As Naruto and Kakashi, there was a point where Naruto and Kakashi were fighting each other at their very best, to the point where they both had really, really bad injuries, to where they had to go immediately. They had to be called by, multiple medical ninjas had to stop by their house to heal them up real quick. They weren't even able to move. As Naruto and Kakashi both look at each other with their dull eyes, as Kakashi would then pull out a kunai, with Naruto pulling out his own, as his right hand then becomes grotesque, as Naruto and Kakashi look each other down, they will then both vanish right before everyone's eyes. As Naruto and Kakashi then get into a serious battle, Naruto throwing jutsu after jutsu, with Kakashi countering it with his own. Naruto and Kakashi slashing at each other, as Naruto gets a slash on his cheek, with Kakashi getting a slash on his chest, with both of them continue coming at each other. Anko could just feel a bunch of breaks from their impacts. It's almost as if two Tsunade's were fighting each other. Just not like too many Tsunade's were fighting each other. As they were, each time their kunai would clash, a huge burst of wind would come. As Kakashi and Naruto were getting even more serious. As Naruto, he would not be able to copy the Shidori of Kakashi, as that jutsu was too difficult. However, he did learn a jutsu, as he did make his own form of the lightning blade, as he called it not the lightning blade. It was sort of like I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call this technique. So it's like the lightning blade. It's like the lightning blade, except Naruto was able to shoot it out of his hand, and it takes the form of a dragon. So it's almost like Keating. However, it's not really, considering Naruto just shoots out of his hand. He doesn't just like bring it down from the sky like Sasuke did. As Naruto would then shoot the lightning dragon from his hand, with Kakashi countering it with his lightning blade, as both of their attacks clash, as then a big boom will be heard. As Naruto and Sasuke Naruto and Kakashi would continue fighting, as so much blood would be splattering from Naruto and Kakashi, as both of them were having fun. As Naruto and Kakashi were continue going at each other, as suddenly someone would then come between both Kakashi and Naruto, as their kunais were about to slash at each other's throats, as that would be Minato. As then when Minato appeared, Kakashi snapped out of it, as he shakes. What was I just about to do? With Naruto's eyes then returning back to his normal blue eyes, and got rid of the darkness. As Naruto's hand returned back to normal, as he then says, "Oh, Lord Ford, what a nice time to see you." As Naruto jumps back, as Kakashi, moves away too. As Naruto and Kakashi would then look at Minato, with Minato saying, What was that? With Minato looking at both Naruto and Kakashi, as he will be glaring at both of them. As Minato, what he saw was something that did not make him happy. As he just saw his student and his son almost kill each other in one gruesome blow. As Minato would then say, "Alright, I want you two to both calm down." As Naruto sighs, "Okay, Lord Ford." By the way, if you guys don't know, Naruto just didn't care. As Naruto really couldn't care less if he were to die or not, as it was just something that was wrong with him. He didn't really care if he were to die or if something were to happen to him, as he just thought that if it happened, it happened. He can't do nothing about it. With Naruto, then showing Kakashi the bells, as Kakashi's like, "How?" With Naruto saying, when my clones just dug you into the ground, they took both of the bells without you even noticing. As Kakashi would be shocked, as he would then look around only to see the bells were not on him. As he would then say, that was great." With Naruto then passing the bell to two people in the bushes, as that would be Sasuke and Anko. As Kakashi would then sigh and says, "Hoo boy, you guys both got me. Alright then, you guys win." With Naruto and everyone smiling and happy, Minato would then look at Kakashi as he then says, "Kakashi, can we talk?" With Kakashi sighing, he then says, "Yes, Lord Forth." As this is where I'm going to end the video. I hope you guys do enjoy this what if, and I hope you guys do enjoy the part for this what if. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on anything that's been happening or anything. But besides that, it's Sage Samurai, and I'm out. Peace.